Stay ahead of the game with the MOJO. We got picks, hot takes, all the info. Mo dropping stats, crunching numbers, that's the vibe. Joe say what he see and feel gon' decide. If you ain't tuning in, throw a flag on the play. It's going down over here the MOJO way.
Hey.
Hey. Hey.
So,
I was going to start this off with a song from Beauty and the Beast. I told Mel because I was singing it randomly. Be our guest, be our guest. And I was like, I don't know any of the other words. So we had a special guest this week, Mr. Alex. I think we've talked about Alex on pretty much every fucking episode for three seasons.
Yeah.
I'm a fan, guys. Howdy. How are you?
The Raiders fan.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I've got the jersey on inside out. It's a
like the
dumpster
rally
fire.
cap.
I'm ashamed to be a Raiders fan. This will be inside out to at least maybe 6 wins, hopefully.
Do you
next
have
season.
a preference on a head coach? Because there's still one of the 4 teams or 3 teams now that don't have a head coach.
Honestly, Mike Tomlin. It's the only one. Other than that, it's not a sexy job. I mean, you have to. I mean, it's below the ground up. I mean, it's a dumpster fire everywhere. You know, we've got the first round pick. Unfortunately, I mean, the first pick of the draft this year, and unfortunately, that poor guy's going to get drafted by the Raiders. I like Mendoza, a great guy, and I feel bad for him. I feel bad. He deserves better. Crosby.
You don't hear a lot of fans say that.
Crosby deserves better. I deserve better. It's bad. The town of Oakland deserves better. You know, we haven't had a home game since we've left Oakland. You know, so.
Pretty much.
That is a bummer. You know, we're not the biggest fans of Mr. Mike Tomlin on this here show. However, it would be nice to have a steady hand.
Well, they thought they were getting a steady hand with Pete, and that blew up in their face. What is their draft capital going into this season? I know they obviously have the first overall pick, which is great. They'll get Mendoza, but what do they have after that?
It's nothing special, I don't think. I don't know each pick off the top of my head.
But do they have set? You know how many picks they have?
I believe it's 7, 8.
Well, that's good.
I
Washington's got
believe
like 5.
maybe give or take. I think I don't know round specifically, but I would say about 7 or 8, give or take.
So that's. I mean, they have the first overall pick. They'll get their quarterback. They have some draft capital. Mm-hmm. It might trade Max and get more draft capital.
I would trade Max.
Which I think
you kind of
will
have
probably
to
get more.
Is he part of the next great Raiders team, Max Crosby?
I think it's one of those things where you have a really great player on a shit team, and eventually you're like, let's get some. Unfortunately, we have to get something back for him.
It would make more sense for them to trade Max Crosby than it was for the Dallas Cowboys to trade Parsons. Make more sense.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
For the long run, you know, but he, for some god-awful reason, I don't know why he doesn't want to leave Vegas. That guy,
he's loyal to a fault.
He's so loyal. He's absolutely so loyal. It's like, dude, you deserve better. Get out of there.
Did they know? I know he had some like substance issues. Was that before the Raiders? Or was that early on in the Raiders? Maybe they supported him and he's...
Yeah, I believe it was early on.
Yeah, okay.
He had sobered up.
Yep.
And I mean, dude's been a monster ever since, man.
Maybe he feels some loyalty if they like backed him up for a while or something there. I don't know.
And do that in Vegas, that is
yeah, right.
That speaks a lot of volumes to your sobriety, dude. 'Cause it's already hard enough, but to do that in Vegas, that it speaks volumes. Is use a person.
True. Very true.
Yeah.
I'll take him.
You know, there was rumors about Washington because we fucking desperately need a defensive end, but we have nothing to trade. What are we going to give?
I just hope he doesn't go to Dallas. I heard like Dallas.
No.
I would be absolutely sick.
That'd be so funny if they traded Parsons just to trade for another.
I know, that makes fucking 0 sense. 0 sense. All right, let's get into the beer of the week.
Let's do it.
Yeah. Nice.
Beer of the week.
Woo.
You know, this is like, if it's not the Rise, it's the Hazy. It's the Athletic Hazy IPA. You know,
Have
it's
you
a statement.
tried the Tom Holland one at all?
I don't believe so.
Okay.
I've been on
Not our
the
favorite.
Athletic and the Sammys. Sammys
Sam's
are
are
my
good.
favorite.
We've tried the last bureau we
Cheers.
did. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers. Cheers.
The last bureau we did was the lager, right?
Yeah.
And that one was pretty good. Exploded on us like the other ones did.
Multiple times.
But they just not that great.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is.
I think you got it right where it's the palate. It's a European palate.
It could be.
Yeah.
It very well could be.
Yeah. So thank you, Alex, for joining us this week. I was originally supposed to be in Rochester, New York for this here episode. Snowstorm happened. Alex was gonna do us a solid step in, which we appreciate. Then my flight got canceled, and then we all know what happened this weekend. I was like, I can't miss that show. I can't miss that show. I got to be there. Getting a phone call. That's okay.
Guest,
Is that
from guest host to guest appearance.
Yeah.
You know?
So, all good.
Yeah. Well, originally your flight was supposed to leave Sunday afternoon. You were going to come play pitch.
Yep.
And then it changed to the morning.
Yep.
And then at some point I was like, that's still a shit flight. Like,
Yeah.
Because it started snowing here around 8:30.
Yeah, I was like, oh, maybe I'll get out before the snow starts. And then Saturday night into the morning, they canceled it. So I was like, oh, well, that's not happening.
Good on you, because I would have told work, no,
Yeah.
I'm not doing this.
I got to take this phone call. I'll be right back.
No, fine. That's okay. We just do this shit live, even though it's not live. We don't take breaks around here.
Tell him I said hi.
Yeah.
Hang in there, buddy.
All right, so Alex.
How you doing, guy? What's up, guy?
Well, so we were just talking too. The news, there was a few different things. I'll wait for Maurice to get in, but the last thing that we just heard was Denver fired their OC.
Totally confused. Absolutely confused. I got out of the bathroom and you dropped that news on me, and I don't get it. I don't know if it's a inside thing that makes zero sense. I mean, pretty sure Peyton's calling the plays.
He is. And the Jets earlier fired their OC. So outside of there being 10 head coaches fired, how many coordinators got fired? I mean, Washington fired both of theirs, and then it's like every other day another coordinator gets fired.
It's just it's a cutthroat business. I've been there. I've seen it firsthand. Like we saw what happened with Buffalo. I mean, it's just pointing fingers. It's all it is, and it's easy to blame coordinators. It's just it's a pretty grimy business, that coaching carousel. It's ugly.
It's funny that they landed on Joe Brady for the Bills, right? I'm sure Maurice has a take on this too. But it's funny how they landed on Joe Brady, and nothing against him, but it just kind of echoes the point of there seemed to be some fuckery with the GM and McDermott, because
Absolutely.
McDermott was the fall guy, and then you had that weird press conference where the owner steps in and is talking about the Keon Coleman.
We saw it in front of our faces. Yeah.
Keon Coleman sold the fucking team.
You saw the disconnect right there. That's your answer right there. I mean, I don't know. Brady was kind of weird. Like, I get it, but I don't. I feel like there's some Josh Allen. Like, I think he was pretty pissed off about McDermott getting canned.
Oh, yeah, I think so.
I feel like it was like, well, I'm out too.
Yep.
So they hired within, like, we'll keep Brady here if you can, like, stay around. And I don't know. That was just I feel bad for McDermott, man, because I don't know. It's at this point, Buffalo Bills, it's just some sort of voodoo situation going on over there. Like, I don't get it. It's like it's an absolute curse, and I feel like Josh Allen, again, he just got ripped in the media. Mm-hmm. I think every team in the NFL right now would love to have Josh Allen on their team.
Oh, God, yeah.
He's flawed just like everybody else, but even with the 4 turnovers, he still had them in the game,
With a cast that wasn't as good as last year, or definitely 2 years ago. I mean, I remember saying last year, and they kind of proved me wrong to some extent. Going into last year, I go, his cast isn't as good.
No.
And he did what he did. And then this year, it was obviously even more depleted.
Yep.
So I don't know what's going on there. And then they said McDermott was going to probably take a year off. And I got to imagine how long has he been there? 5-6 years?
I want to say 6.
I can't imagine and getting that close every time and then getting fired and kind of being the fall guy. It's like, I'd take a fucking year off too. How could you want to just jump back into something that fast?
And it's tough, because you got to give credit. The Chiefs were the Chiefs last few years. I mean, AFC is stacked. It's been stacked. You got Lamar out there. Mm-hmm. Burrow's out there. They've been stacked. And they gave him shit for the Stephon Diggs thing. He's gone. He was still playing at a high level. I don't want to blame. I hate he has to take all that flack. Last year he didn't have any. I don't think he had any turnovers in that game. Homie catches that ball at the very end, it could be a different story. Year before that, same thing. It wasn't his fault, you know?
They're always a play away,
It's
they say.
Yeah.
The Ravens.
No, the Bills. They're always a play away.
Oh.
Because we were talking about the Sean Brady. Sean Brady. Is it Joe Brady? Sean Brady is an MMA fighter. Got MMA on the brain. Joe Brady hiring seems like we were talking about it too. It seems like it just echoes the disconnect between the GM and and McDermott as the head coach.
Yeah, I it's so funny because I think it was you that texted me the news that McDermott got fired. And I was like, oh, I hope they fired the GM with him. And then I looked. Promoted.
No, the opposite. We promoted him.
So the funniest thing about them is, obviously, there are no wide receivers. And then they tried that whole weird press conference. Did you touch on that?
Yeah, well, the owner stepped in for no reason and said, oh, he was being a team player because of the Keon thing. Keon's still on the fucking team.
He's on the team. He made it seem like the GM didn't want Keon, but there's clips out there of the GM saying he wanted Keon.
There's just obviously I think Josh Allen and probably McDermott covered up a lot of dysfunction that's fucking going on over there.
For sure. As you know, I'm not a huge fan of McDermott. I didn't want to see someone lose their job.
You've been calling for his head for 3 years.
For a long time.
Look, I know dysfunction when I see it. Trust me. There's dysfunction in Buffalo.
Oh, it has to be.
Along with that curse.
Yeah, we kept saying all year, this is the year for the Bills. You have to do it this year. You have to do it this year.
Yep.
It's not our fault that we took advantage of a weak conference.
Well,
like someone should have.
Well, you know what? So now that we're on it, let's get into the games. Then. Perfect segue.
Speaking of weak,
the first game. See, now we're just sitting there scrolling because there's so many fucking games that we're going through, and it's like now just only 2 games. We can remember that.
I was gonna have to watch at an airport or my hotel by myself. Didn't have to do that.
Look at you now.
Look at us now.
Look at who would have thought?
Not me.
That's for
not
sure.
Not this season. I did say they could win to 11 games, but I did not foresee 17.
The Patriots win 10-7 over Denver at Denver. Obviously, the big news going into the game was no Bo Nix.
Yep.
However,
Bo Diddley.
So instead, we had Stiddy. When it happened, the 4th down when they're driving on with a fucking 14.
Yep.
I immediately said, I don't like it.
Kick field goal.
And we talk about this all the time. Mm-hmm. I'm somebody that's aggressive. Mm-hmm. Go for 2. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Not in the playoffs because you got a very small window. And the worst fucking part was we're sitting here and we know the weather. It was shit weather here. They obviously fucking knew it was going to snow in Denver. Why would you risk that?
Yeah.
Take the 3 points.
Yeah. It is very odd because Mike Reese, the ESPN reporter for the Patriots, always tweets out before the game the weather report. And the precipitation was 2% for that game. What the hell happened?
So did it just come out of nowhere?
Well, no, but other people were saying like, watch out. Like there was supposed to be flurries in the second half, but 2% turned into that. And like, because it's real grass field, there's no heat underneath, so it just got packed in fast. And it was only like an inch or two, but it piled up. But you knew the weather wasn't great. You have a backup quarterback. You could go up by 2 scores. What are you doing?
Well, that was my point too. Is you're up 7. I see where you want to go 14, but as soon as they missed the 4th down, I said out loud, you could have been up 2 scores.
Yeah. And even if you get that 4th down, there's no guarantee you're going to score a touchdown because you're still like 10 yards away.
Right.
12 yards, 13, something like that.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm assuming that you probably weren't necessarily rooting for Denver as they're in your division.
I wasn't. I was torn, right? Because I'm getting introduced to these Patriots fans. I don't like what I see.
They're coming out of the woodwork.
I don't like what I see.
They are vintage.
I don't like what I see. Went
season.
to that game when we beat potentially Super Bowl winners.
All right.
We'll take that.
Week 1, who would have thought?
Week 1, who would have thought? Not me. Not me. And it's like I had to deal with this Kansas City shit for the last decade. Now it's,
it's back.
Now the Broncos, So I was a little bit torn there. Didn't really care. But I don't know, man. Like I'm more offensive minded. So I don't know, man. And like in that situation, like I don't know. Sometimes you go for it. And like you got
typically
guys like
yes.
Campbell in Detroit, I don't know. It's so tough because you just don't want to give it back to the other team. Yeah. Give them a chance.
But that would have been from the 14.
Yeah,
that would have
been
been
a chip shot.
A 31-yarder.
And I get that. I don't know. It's just I get it. It's so hard.
You see it in basketball too, where things tighten up think everything tightens up in the playoffs.
Yeah,
every
right.
possession means more. And if it was Bo Nix and his legs, yeah, go for it. Probably sure all day long. But you have Stidham who got the pressure in his face, Stiddy, and just immediately was like, oh, it's just like, and it was a good play by the defense, but it was weird because they called a timeout. They called out of the run. They had a run called.
Yeah.
And then Sean Payton did admit on one of his things where that they showed him something that on film that he thought they were about to do, but they didn't do it. Which the defense has been saying. Even the Chargers game, someone said that to Spillane. Like, you guys are doing different stuff. So something's going on in that defense that they're figuring something out in the playoffs. But if you can go up a 2-score game at home in crappy weather, I would have taken the points.
100%.
Ben Johnson a few weeks ago against the Rams. He went for fourth twice in field goal range, and look what happened.
It's different in the playoffs.
It is.
Yeah.
Again, conference championship, there's bad weather coming. You have a backup quarterback.
Look what happened to the Lions against you guys last year.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just there was obviously another play that was a huge factor was the fumble. And it's like
right.
you knew that there was going to be some sort of error.
He was going to do something. He was going to make some sort of mistake. It was inevitable. It was inevitable.
Yeah.
And they said that too. One of the coaches was like, I forget maybe the quarterback's coach or something was saying, you're going to throw an interception, right? You got to move on, right? You knew something was going to happen. It's just, unfortunately, because it would have been a 10-10 game. And then from there, who the fuck knows, right? Assuming that they made that field goal, right?
Yep.
Then you don't know what's going to happen because neither one of them could do shit once the snow hit.
No. I do think it was weird because I think we've been in the playoffs too. In the second half, our offense has done better. But as soon as that snow was hitting and the wind was whipping, I was like, oh shit. Like, next score wins. It was like one of those, like, it was crazy. We did go for it on fourth too on that tush push, and when no one touched his tush, nor did they push. I don't know what they were doing.
I don't think he got that either. I mean, not that it comes down to the one call, but I was like,
as soon as the guy
very clearly, it didn't look like he got it.
Close.
And as soon as the ref did the thing on the field, like he did first, I'm like, oh, first down on the field, they're not going to overturn that.
No, they're not because it's too close.
Yeah.
It just, I was like, I don't see where they saw he got it.
Reminded me of the Josh Allen. Was it Josh Allen last year?
Last year.
Was it Josh Allen? Where he didn't get it.
He didn't
He
get
should
it.
have got it.
But whatever they called, it was going to
Yes,
stand because
exactly.
just wasn't enough evidence to overturn it.
But man, that's why I don't ever want a dome stadium because those games are fun.
Oh, I know Washington's coming. They're getting a dome. That's
It's both, right? Is it?
It's got a translucent
Okay.
roof. That shit looks nice though.
I do like the columns, the Roman.
That's great. It looks like the old one. It looks like a RFK 2.0.
Looks good with the architecture.
DC feel.
Totally into it. Last week I said that I was, keeping my feelings inside, but we watched here and it was just me and Mel, and she's like, "Oh, I thought you said that, you didn't say, things you didn't like." I'm like, "Yeah, but it's just you here." Like, I don't give a shit. I was like, I don't like the Patriots. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, I'm not trying to be overtly like mad or anything, but I was like, and then after the game, she's like, gloating, laughing, celebrating, and she's looking at me. She goes, "What's wrong?" I was like, "I just hate this. I'm just being honest. Like, I hate this."
You like me in Dallas, man. That's exactly, I'm the same way.
It would be the only thing, and I even said, like, watching the Cowboys get to that level would pain me too, because I fucking hate Dallas, right? Yeah. You grew up in Dallas and lived there pretty much your whole life up until last year.
Yeah.
So you have a disdain for that group on a deeper level.
A pure disdain. How you feel, how I'm probably going to feel about Patriots fans, but being in Dallas in that just swamp, and it's the fans really, right? It's Dallas, not the swamp. The Cowboy fans are a swamp.
Oh yeah, they're just delusional.
I like Dak. I'm a huge fan of Dak. And
so is Maurice.
I like Dak. They're so hard on him out there. Like y'all would miss him so much, but it's just I'm learning about Patriots fans. Dallas, there's just a delusion there. Right? It's like that 90s was so long ago. Mm-hmm. Every year is our year, and it's just it's terrible, And I was telling Joe this the other day. Like, I'm being at that stadium when I went to the Raider and Patriot game. It's like I was getting that feel. It's the Patriot fan base it's like what would I say? It's like a private schoolish, right? It feels like private school. Like the way they were just jawing at other Raider fans out there. It was just it was just different. But Dallas just has this. It's a delusion. They cannot get out of the 90s, and it's just unnecessary entitlement. It's sickening. I used to love it when they would blow it on Sundays, and I loved going in that office on Monday mornings and absolutely raising hell in people's cubes because it's insufferable. We moved out here to Rhode Island for a few reasons, and getting away from Dallas fans was probably in the top 3. I can't stand them, dude.
I don't think I've ever met a Dallas Cowboys fan from Dallas.
No, but it's funny that him having that experience in that fan base is the same that we have here.
Yeah.
Like, we always say Dallas fans that we know, it's like they're stuck in the fucking 90s.
Yeah.
Like, the delusion just has traveled cross country.
Yeah, which I get.
amazing.
There's Patriots have like recent success, right? So like I can look past that. Cowboys act like they won last year,
yesterday.
right? And every year is our year, and it's just like heartbreak and expectations. Like me, I don't have expectations. I don't have expectations whatsoever. I'm just trying to figure out how we're gonna fuck it up this Sunday. You know, that's my expectation.
Yeah, and I think I've said in the show, like, I didn't want the Patriots to become that, you know, after the dynasty ends, that you become like, it's always our year, it's always our year.
Yeah, yeah. Well, on the flip side, I mean, Patriots would act like it's been forever since they won. And it's been, what, 8 years?
7 whole years.
Oh, my God.
Well, the other thing,
God.
there's a thing, too, if you're looking at like a microscope and you take it back a lens, you go back to like just Boston sports, New England sports in general. You still have like the Celtics who just won literally 2 years ago.
They're winners out here. I will say that. This is definitely lots of winning out here.
Like our Cowboys fans, Mavericks fans, and
Stars?
Dallas, Stars fans, and what's the other?
Texas
Rangers? Yeah. Are they? Is that a thing? Is that like the or is it just like Cowboy Nation?
It's a thing down there. Everybody, I hate the Cowboys. I don't mind the Mavericks. I'm a Laker guy. I love the Stars and I love the Rangers. And being a Laker fan out here in Boston too, like things just change so fast.
Because like there's like I feel like out there like number one for most people has to be the Cowboys, but there are people here who number one is not the Patriots. It's the
Bruins.
You get the Bruins, those hockey fanatics. You got the green teamers. Where, like it's like a different flavor.
Dallas is a big city. Like you'll see sometimes like at some of their home games. There's a lot of fans from other teams there too. Yeah. Like I said, Cowboys definitely overrun the city, but you'll find a good handful of teams all over the place. I still have never met a Chargers fan though.
No,
seriously, have you ever met a Chargers fan?
Well, Graham's friend Mark is the only Chargers fan I know. We actually did this maybe a couple months ago. We were trying to go down the list of all the teams that like we knew or had a fan somebody that we knew.
I never met a Chargers fan, and I never met a Cardinals fan. We have this really cool bar in Dallas and Plano where I grew up. It's called Austin Avenue. Every Sunday, TVs everywhere, all sorts of teams. Not one Chargers jersey. No. It looks like draft day. Yeah. And I've never met a Cardinals fan.
It's funny because they're the oldest team in the National Football League, them and the Bears.
And they said some stat, right? It was like over 100 years, and they've only made the playoffs like 10 times or something.
Something like
the Cardinals.
Cardinals, yeah.
Oh, started in
something crazy.
Chicago. It's wild. Our friend Bronson, who guest hosted last year, he's in Arizona now. So that's
our closest tie, and he's a Patriots fan.
And he was at the Patriots game at Arizona. Which is, we're like, we knew you were there. We knew you were there the whole time. So they must be out there. But I don't think I've ever met a Cardinals fan. No. I have another buddy who's I haven't seen him in a while, but he's a Raiders fan who played flag football with him.
Poor guy.
Shout out Jeff.
Sorry, Jeff. We'll get through this, Jeff.
My name's Jeff.
He has a twin brother, Brian, who's a Giants fan. I don't know how that happened.
That's fucking weird.
Yeah, probably some childhood stuff. But that's NFL for you. It's all over the place.
I'm saying.
But the Patriots, 7-year drought? Can you call it a drought if it's only 7 years? I don't think so.
No, because I don't count it 7-year Super Bowl drought. But like I consider the last 2 seasons their bad years. They've been bad for 2 years because you made the playoffs and you just missed the playoff.
They went 7-9 in the season that doesn't exist because it was COVID.
Yep.
They went to the playoffs as a wild card.
Yep.
Got smoked, but they still went.
Right.
Then they were in the hunt. Last game of the season, they lost to the Bills to get knocked out. That's essentially a playoff game. So you could pretty much playing all the way to the end. And then 4-13, 4-13.
Right. Those are the bad years.
Yeah.
Those are the bad
And
years.
see, this is what we're talking about, right? I'm over here with this and the audacity to say the word drought.
That's what I'm saying. I just said I don't think it was a drought. I don't think it was a drought.
No.
But that's what
Blip.
like
It
we
was
were
a
laughing
blip.
on Thanksgiving with your Uncle Nino. How long
Yeah.
it's been.
Oh, but when they say that, they're serious.
Yeah, they're
Oh
100%.
my God, it's been so long. And it's like,
And I'm-
he said it in front of him, who's a Raiders fan, and then Tony, my cousin's boyfriend, who's a Dolphins fan.
I turn around.
I'm
look
like,
at
I'm
Tony,
glad I
said,
wasn't fucking
Did
there.
he say that?
Holy shit. Out of the three of us, I would have had the most recent one, right? In 91.
That's incredible.
Like, man, but
Yeah.
it's like some people really feel that. It's like, oh, it's been so long. I'm like, oh.
It is. It's strange. And now I feel like there's some misdirected anger here.
It's because we also set off y'all's dynasty, too,
That is true.
with Tuck.
That is true. But we all know what happened in 1976.
What's 1976?
Patriots against the Raiders in the playoff. And they called the roughing the passer. That wasn't roughing the
Oh,
passer.
that's right. Yes. 'Cause
It
was like-
all comes
yeah,
back
it was like-
around.
Yeah, it was
Quiet
like,
rivalries over here.
It
yeah.
all comes
I
back
was like,
around.
1976.
And now it's funny that like Brady goes to
Yeah, no, he's a part of that.
Yeah,
That's your
what
boy.
the fuck?
Now you guys are boys.
What's
What's that
going
all
on with
about?
that?
Which Raiders are going back to Gillette next year.
Oh, because that extra game?
I guess. I'm not sure how.
Really? It's
'cause
another
I thought
away
they
game?
alternate, yeah.
wow. That's random.
I have no idea. It's probably like random interconference
Yeah.
team.
Well, that was the extra game for you guys this year, right? Because you didn't play the West.
No.
No, y'all didn't.
Yeah,
No.
so that was that was an extra game then.
They're doing it again?
Sometimes
I'd
we
have to
do.
look.
I think this year is the first year in 8 years we're not playing Chicago. It's random, but we always
This
play
is what drives me
Chicago.
insane about them, the new schedule, the 17 games. Like, it was perfect before. It was. I knew every year who we were playing.
I know.
Like, I knew
Yep.
them all. Now I'm so
Yeah.
confused.
Now they add the extra games and it just
Yeah.
fucks everybody up.
And it's only inevitable. Yeah. So, it was definitely a blip. But I feel like there's misdirected anger at the Patriots. I feel like the AFC teams, yeah, they had their chance and they all freaking blew it.
It's not misdirected because as mad as you guys have been at the Chiefs for 5 years, quadruple it. Like that's what?
It's McDermott's fault. It's not McDermott's fault.
There's nothing to like. There's no mystery here. It's like you guys are the team everybody hates. You guys have been mainly the team everybody hates for 20 years, and then it was the Chiefs, and now it's kind of you guys again. I don't see this being like Dynasty 2.0.
No.
There has been. Drake is a great quarterback, right?
Yeah.
I do like watching him play. He spreads the ball. I've been saying that all year. Spreads the ball out well. But there's been a lot of fortunate.
It's been very fortuitous.
Yeah. But that's why I said last week, have fun with it. Because
Yeah.
I think everybody's already putting too much pressure
Yeah.
on Drake and
Yep.
the Patriots and
Yeah.
Vrabel, sorry. And like the people who don't like New England are like, oh, what the fuck? It's like, it does suck. Like if you don't like New England, you hate it.
Yeah.
But if you're in New England, it's like just like you said it yesterday too. Like just enjoy the moment,
Right.
Because you're expecting this to be Brady and fucking Belichick,
Oh, they want it so bad. So bad.
but it's like
It's not guaranteed.
it's not guaranteed that you're gonna go back to the
just
Super
look
Bowl.
at like the Broncos with Bo Nix. It's all it takes is one play to bust
Mm-hmm.
your ankle. Although I did read today that was like it might be he's had a lot of ankle issues going back to high school. So that
Yeah,
might,
they
that
said
was
pre-existing-
so wild,
Yeah,
dude.
that might be
was
a.
so
I
wild.
would keep an eye on that. That's not good, especially when you're a running quarterback and he runs a lot.
Yeah,
They said even today they're saying Drake is banged up. He's been dealing with the
shoulder, right?
Yeah,
But Vrabel said it was overblown.
yeah. It's
Whatever.
probably just a bang, just the end of the season. But we've said about Lamar's been banged up, so he's not running like he used to. Josh Allen at the end of the year, he's always got something lingering.
It's a long fucking
it's a
season.
long
It
season,
is.
dude.
It
Up
is.
there in that cold, like that's a
Yeah.
long time to be playing
Yeah.
football.
Yep.
That's such a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we got some good bounces. Going back to even last year, like the Titans fired Vrabel because he pissed off the owner, or he got like a GM.
Well, he
fight.
sat out a year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. And then we got him. Josh McDaniels burned out in Vegas. He's not a good head coach, but he's a wonderful offensive coordinator.
He's an asshole.
He's not a good people person.
He's an asshole.
Yeah. He's not.
He's part of the reason. One of many reasons too. He set us back another 3 years. We're paying five. We're still paying 5 coaches that we fired.
It's
$50 million. 5
nuts.
coaches.
Yeah.
That's like half a staff.
I can't believe they hired him at the time. Like, I don't even know why they hired
because
him.
where was he before that?
He was our OC.
Yeah, but I know. But
Mac.
where did he? Where did he get the head coaching job? That was his second stint. Denver.
Broncos, yeah.
Denver,
And then he also got the head coaching offer from the Colts.
The Colts, and he spurned them.
He
Went
spurned
back to New
them.
England.
I did read some other stuff, but it was like I can't tell if it was like tabloid stuff. So whatever.
He's just one of those
Why he
guys
turned
that
it down.
he's better at being offensive coordinator, and you're kind of seeing that now with Drizzy May.
Yeah, and also Vrabel brought in his guy Stretch, who's like his Ernie Adams, like his guy up in the booth, his analytics guy. He brought in a passing game coordinator, a running game coordinator, which we've never had before. That probably helped Josh McDaniels a little bit. And also, you're just seeing that around the league. Like, you guys just brought in a defensive not coordinator, your new coordinator. He was like a rushing game defense. What was his title?
Pass game coordinator and like a DB coach, but he's like the Brian Flores understudy.
Yeah, and that's like a new thing though, because like Mike McDaniel was a passing game coordinator, became head coach.
Right.
So like you're seeing those guys rise up to the ranks now. And it's been nice.
we were talking about the coordinators and how many coaches got fired and coordinators, and the thing with the Jets are on their 16th offensive coordinator or 13th in 16 years, or 16th in 19 years, something crazy.
Yeah,
And it speaks volumes to where they are. Like, you gotta just stick to something.
Well,
stick to, and again, it's tough being that New York market, but dude, you gotta stick to something.
But Maurice says it all the time, and it's true. It's the ownership, because you look at the teams that continue to suck. It's bad ownership. It's like you're hiring the wrong fucking guys.
People take that for granted too. These owners and sometimes these general managers. Every franchise does it different, but they want to have say in who gets drafted, and these coaches don't. They got to run the system. They got to run the team, and they're not getting their guys.
Right.
Because you got some owner like, no, we're gonna get this guy. Case in point with the Falcons with Penix, and a lot of these guys, you see it with Dallas and Jerry. Like, they're out here making these decisions. Your owners just need to handle that side. I know general managers kind of go in between, but these guys don't let their coaches coach. You know, and
I mean, if you look back to the Patriots Seahawks from Super Bowl 49, it's only been 11 years. But all the teams who are always in the mix, it's always the Chiefs. The 49ers went to 2 Super Bowls with 2 quarterbacks. The Eagles went to 3 with 2 different quarterbacks. It's
like 2 different coaches.
Yeah, the Rams have gone to the 2 Super Bowls with 2 different quarterbacks. You get the coach in place, you get the GM in place, and the ownership just lets them do it.
Yeah.
And the same teams are usually in the mix.
And the same teams suck. Like,
the formula's out there. People just refuse to pay attention to it.
Well, you know what? I mean, for the Raiders for a long time, it was because Al Davis had success, right? Jerry Jones had success, and they just harp on that. So, like, they're kind of like a microcosm. Like, that's like a microcosm of the entire Dallas Cowboys fan base. Is Jerry is fucking delusional himself.
He can't get out of the 90s. He's still stuck in the 90s.
He's stuck in the fucking 90s. And they came out with that documentary last year of the 90s.
Yeah.
It's just crazy.
Right.
So
it was a great time. We all love the 90s. Don't get
who
me
doesn't?
wrong.
Right?
Exactly.
That was the last time we won a Super Bowl.
But it's just, holy smokes, it's insane. It's insane.
Now, one of the things that came out today too was Belichick was not a first ballot Hall of Famer, and they're saying that some of the reason why he wasn't is because people were harping on Deflategate and Spygate, right? What are we thinking about this?
Now, me personally, as a Patriots fan, like, I do not care. Like, I don't take it personally. Like, whatever, I don't care. I know people that get real mad about it. But if first ballot's like, I don't really. I think it's stupid. I think it's ridiculous because there is like that. There's a difference between a first ballot Hall of Famer and like a third ballot Hall of Famer, like Matthew Stafford maybe. And Bill Polian was like the leading voice of like not wanting him in. And Bill Polian has always been a huge dick. He's the one that changed the rules in the 2000s with the Colts. He hated the Patriots. There was times where the PFW, Patriots Unfiltered, I listened to. There was like one time Bill Polian came out of the box for the media. Was like, the Patriots' time is over. It's our time now. He's a piece of work. And he's also a Bills GM, so fuck him. But it's like the resume speaks for itself. 6 Super Bowls as a head coach, 2 as a defensive coordinator. His playbook is in the Hall of Fame. Like, are you kidding me?
I know that seemed like it was just out of spite.
It's a stretch, dude. You mean tell me air pressure is going to keep air pressure on the football is going to keep you out of, like, get out of here. It's not even, that's not enough to completely change an outcome of a game, right? Sure. You might have a better grip on the stuff, but players still got to be in certain places. Plays have to be called. That's a stretch, dude.
But we're talking about how many years ago? Spygate was 2001, wasn't it?
7. Oh, and the filming I think happened.
Oh, Spygate. I forgot it. Okay.
It came up in 2007, 8, but I don't know what years it was. Honestly, I
thought it was the Rams Super Bowl.
That was incorrect. The report was like they pulled back that reporting.
So it was a different Spygate.
Yeah, it was the Jets. It was the Jets. There was a report that came out. The guy still works, and I can't believe he does. I can't remember his name. He's a piece of work. But he said the Patriots filmed the Rams walkthrough
for the Rams.
But his reporting he retracted it because it was wrong.
Yeah.
Even ESPN retracted it at like 2:00 in the morning because we're idiots. But the real one was the Jets. They said they were filming them during the game.
Oh,
which you can do. You just couldn't do it from a certain spot at the stadium because like I could be up there in the 300s filming whatever I want and send it to text you to Bill Belichick. But Bill Polian is like, you have to pay penance for that.
But he did, though. He did.
Exactly. He paid $500,000.
Right.
It was the biggest fine in the history of the NFL.
Right.
Like, that's his penance. He paid a
right.
fine.
And that's the thing. It's like, so now years later, it's like, he has to wait a whole nother year just because of, like, you're just still that spiteful. It's already over. It's like, I'm sorry. I say it all the time about the Mike Vick thing. Like, dude went to fucking jail. He paid his fines. He had to go around and do all these lectures. It's like,
get over it.
Yeah, he paid his debt to society.
He paid his debt to society, right? And it's like same thing with Belichick.
Yeah,
it's like it's just such a silly thing.
It's obviously like a weird power play thing for Polian. Whoever the 10 people who didn't vote for him, and it's back. The backlash is pretty fierce about it because people are like, give me a fucking break.
Well, before he left the Patriots, was considered the greatest coach of all time and
second most all-time wins.
So like, how do you not get it on the
6 Super Bowls?
He's still that's just they'll find a way to be petty.
Yeah. You're right.
Continue to punish you for stuff from the past, like allegedly. So it's the way the world works.
You see in baseball, Bud Selig is in the Hall of Fame, the commissioner during the steroid era, which I loved.
Who didn't?
It was a great era.
Who didn't?
Great era. Bring it back. Honestly, chicks dig the long ball. But they won't vote in Bonds. They won't vote in Clemens. But you'll vote in the commissioner who ran the whole charade. Like, give me a break.
Well, because their time is running out, right? Like you can only be eligible for so many years, and so their time is running out.
Yeah, it's dumb. It's the media, and everyone's like, "Oh, the media legacy media is dying." It's like, yeah, because you all fucking suck.
Yeah.
This is stupid. You kidding me?
It's kind of crazy because that was another thing. Like, they said Manny is no longer eligible because he missed it.
Oh wow!
So
if you don't hit a certain percentage,
he's just no longer eligible.
Which is also stupid. Like, give me. I know what my eyes saw for 15, for 10, 15 years of baseball, and like who was the top player in the 10 for like a decade almost plus.
I tell you what, Manny had the ability to golf a fucking low ball out of the fucking stadium.
Those dreads were iconic.
He had a swing.
He had a great swing because he could take that ball real low and boom.
Yeah,
great.
It's just like he's just like. And someone said on like one of the comments, like you tell the story about the league, like include like you have to talk about Manny being Manny and that whole thing, and he's a character and he's part of baseball. It's stupid. It's absolutely it's like insane.
Petty high school shit.
Yeah.
Especially with the Belichick thing. It's like, take the fucking emotion out of it, right?
Yeah.
Like, you can not like the guy, but can you really like? Do those two scandals trump all his successes?
No.
It's like, come on.
It's because he hated the media and he never gave him anything, and they hate him back, and this is like their way of, and it's just petty.
And
like
dynasties piss people off.
Right.
Of course.
Eventually, like, name me one dynasty where people just didn't completely turn on the team.
No, it's true. I mean, the Warriors, like recently, the Warriors, the Chiefs, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The only one I can think of is the Warriors. That's still like people like them, right?
I think you like them now, but when they were
It was a weird thing where I started finding weird Seahawk fans a few years back. That was kind of weird too. It kind of goes in there with Warrior fans too. Like, like no one even knew Golden State was out there.
No. I never saw a Baron Davis jersey in my life.
No,
no
and
way.
now all of a sudden you throw, and they're everywhere.
I remember when Mavericks were 1 seed that year, and
Oh yeah.
They got swept by the Warriors. That was
a fun Warriors team.
That
was with the old logo.
Yeah, that was a fun Warriors team.
Yeah. And they were in Oakland too, right? And now they're in. That's right. That's what they got the new. That's what they're in the arena too.
Yep.
Yeah. Forgot about that. Yeah. So it's stupid. And you know me, I have a very high bar for the Hall of Fame. Like some would say too high of a bar.
I've heard.
All right. I mean,
And I think Belichick is like reaches that high bar.
I've heard
No,
about
I
your
think
bar.
so all right, perfect segue
Speaking of
into the NFC game. But
bars in,
so we had said on this here show, which Alex,
I know.
Alex, what I will say to preface it, Alex has a thing in all sports for the mid-tier wanderer guy.
The basic bitch,
Oh,
right.
okay.
He's got a thing for
the underdog.
like he before this new heel turn was an Austin Theory guy, right?
Okay.
Like just out of nowhere,
Potential.
right? He also has a thing for specifically OU quarterbacks because he was kind of riding on Kyler for a minute until
Greatness.
it was brought to light that like none of the team, like when we were talking about the Shady McCoy thing, it's like none of his teammates ever fucking say anything good about him. So
Kyler's from Dallas, right? So I don't know. Now that I look back and watch the film, Joe's kind of on to
The
something.
the only credit I'll give Kyler, I think I said it a few weeks ago, is they were 2-2 when he was a starter, and then they were like 1-13 when he was hurt. Just saying, but I don't like him
fair
as a
enough.
football player.
But we had said that the one thing about Stafford was he didn't have an All-Pro, which he got this year,
Yes,
and he wasn't the Super Bowl MVP, was he? He wasn't the Super Bowl
no,
MVP.
he was not. Cooper Kupp was.
Cooper Kupp. So we were like, all right, well, if he gets the All-Pro, right, and he gets he hasn't been a season MVP either,
Yeah,
and he wins the Super Bowl, and then the Super Bowl MVP, put that man in the hall.
Then I think he would pass that bar for me anyway. It's like then you got enough accolades for sure. He just had to wait for everyone else to retire before he could do it.
Matthew Stafford is sitting on your bar right now.
Yeah.
What are the three? I always ask this when we talk about Hall of Fame quarterbacks. To you, what are the three most important categories for a quarterback?
Probably the All-Pro is probably up there, but more so than MVP. It's just like you have to you take 10 years, a decade. Were you the top 2-3 quarterback of that for a decade straight?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? All the way through. Everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, not bad. So I'll say for me personally, where I look at it is when you finish your career, are you in at least the top 10 of passing yards, passing touchdowns, and what was the other one? Completions, right? For me, top 10 all time. Stafford's in all three of those categories. Now, I think if you finish in all three of those categories, like a Phillip Rivers, right? He's missing a Super Bowl. That, I think you can get into Hall of Fame. I don't know if that's necessary first ballot. Now, if you're finishing top 10 in all three of those categories with the Super Bowl, you're in. And you have a personal footprint. Doesn't he have he's the youngest to get to was it 50? God, I can't remember.
I mean, if you give me Calvin Johnson, watch what I do with him.
I just don't like
Calvin needed Matthew, and Matthew needed Calvin.
No, I know.
It's the Hall of Fame's tough because you try to match errors against errors, like stats, what you do. So obviously Sammy Baugh wasn't throwing the same amount of touchdowns as Matt Stafford. So that's kind of like how I look at it. I was like, is it just like an inflation of stats? But it's funny because you're starting to see the score, and he did have close to 50 touchdowns this year, so I'll give him credit for that. But you start to see the offenses coming down now. Like you had Peyton Manning and Tom Brady throwing 50 touchdowns in a season like 4 years in a row. Now the high is like 35,
Which is crazy because they also added the extra game.
Yeah.
Right.
And then they will eventually in the next CBA they're going to add the 18th game.
Oh, it's happening.
It's going to be 2 preseason game and 18 regular season games. You know it's going to happen.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
I think that the Rivers thing is pretty obvious to me.
And he came back this year. Put that man in.
See, it's pretty obvious to me. He was like a very. That's the thing too. It's
All
like
very good.
right, and I think that people have different bars with that. You know, you can just be a very good player for your era, but not a Hall of Famer. And I think that's like the Phillip Rivers thing to me is like he was a very good player. And if Phillip doesn't get in, Eli doesn't get in for me because I think Phillip was a better quarterback. He didn't have the Super Bowls.
Yeah,
I do not like Eli Manning slander. Eli needs to be in.
Under what though? Just the Super Bowls?
2 Super Bowls, and I believe he is in 2 of those categories. I said maybe all 3. And you got 2 Super Bowls.
Did he not make the? He didn't make the playoffs.
The 2 times he went to the playoffs, he won the Super Bowl. He did not make the playoffs.
One of those
any
runs
of the year.
alone should put him in the Hall of Fame.
Oh my god!
Maybe give him like a nice plaque in the corner.
Yeah,
or
like
something.
we can't reward blips.
That is not a blip. He did it twice. That is not a blip.
But it's
Have
the
you ever heard of
totality. It's the totality.
Has anybody ever heard of playoff Eli?
Yeah, because he only did it twice.
I know you want to talk about
'Cause he only went to the
I know
playoffs
you know
twice.
about playoff.
Like he went to the playoffs. He won. He did a good job. He did a nice job.
There's
He
a
did nice
part
job.
of Tom Brady that cannot sleep at night because of Eli Manning.
I say that part of the reason Tom Brady turned into the second half Tom Brady that he turned into was because he lost the perfect season. If they won if they finished that perfect season, I don't know if he wins those other Super Bowls.
Went to Green Bay and knocked off that team that year. Green Bay was supposed to win
He
it.
was the Hall of Fame for the year 2007.
Put Eli in.
but it's the entire historical history of everything.
I've never a quarterback winning 2 Super Bowls not getting in the Hall of Fame.
I mean,
2 Super Bowls.
And not getting into the Hall of Fame.
2 Super Bowls.
Well, Ben Roethlisberger is going to come up. We'll see what happens there. I'm not sure where he stands in the statistical.
he's probably.
And I'm not
too
I'm not a
close.
big numbers guy either. I think there should be a balance.
Well,
but
that eye test. I mean, we played the Giants twice a year, all those years, and I didn't. He didn't pass my
just
eye
woke
test.
up?
I think he was a good quarterback. I mean, it's like
Yeah.
even with the Stafford, it's like Trent Dilfer won a Super Bowl, right? Like
Yeah.
Brad Johnson won a Super Bowl.
My thing with Eli
but
is
as
he's
a
gonna-
career, what did Trent Dilfer do? Not really nothing, right?
But what did I just don't
Don't-
see Eli's
don't.
career as being anything. He was like a good player,
Yeah.
right? Or like a
And he went psychotic for 2
Top
months.
10.
yeah.
Top
2
10 all
years in a row.
time, multiple categories.
But stats, they're all inflated.
I know it's
Balance.
it's-
You gotta have a balance.
You throw it 40 times a game now. You don't really do that back in the day.
That's the other
Like,
thing too. That's why
here's
it's
the
not
thing. His
fair.
stats, I bet if you look, are probably better than Joe Montana. Is he a better quarterback than Joe Montana?
Well, that's right. So it doesn't make sense. It's like NFL math doesn't make sense.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm not basing it solely on that, but I think you have to look. And when it comes to Hall of Fame, numbers do matter. Yes, you have to have a little bit of a sexy career, and I think those 2 playoff runs alone. I don't even think Eli had a home playoff game. I could be
Do
wrong.
we know his stats for the playoff runs there?
I could be wrong, but I don't think Eli ever had a playoff game, a home playoff game.
But do we know his stats for those playoffs? Because I mean, they won, but I mean, to be honest, and
His
like
defense
we'll
is
see
what
what
won the
we'll see what the
Super
Super Bowl comes out. But Drake has not looked good.
So that's like
in the
thing. It's
playoffs.
like, so like, yeah, because everyone's given the defense credit for Drake's success in this playoffs, which is fair.
yeah,
The defense is what won him that Super Bowl for
What?
the imperfect season Super Bowl.
well, that's what I mean. So like, we're looking at Eli's entire career, and then we're looking at his playoffs. It's like I don't know. We have to go back and look at his playoff stats because if you look at Drake's regular season stats, they're way better than his playoff stats are not great.
You could convince me that Matt Stafford is a Hall of Famer. You could
Sure.
not convince me that Eli Manning is a
No,
Hall of Famer.
I agree with that,
But
too.
also the fact that Bill Belichick didn't get in means this is all a stupid conversation anyway. Because it means fucking nothing.
It makes-
because it makes nothing. It means nothing.
it
And, there's
honestly
obviously
means
there are
nothing.
no rules. There are no rules for the Hall of
Would
Fame.
you say, okay, between Phillip and Eli?
I'd lean more towards Eli. They're seem like the same to me. They go back to the draft, man. They're like
I
the
know
same
it's
person.
weird. It's so weird. I think
Yeah.
Phillip is a better quarterback. He just doesn't have
You'd have to at least
like
go to
Eli
the-
probably
at
has
least go
the
to
edge
Super Bowl.
because of the Super Bowls.
At least go to the Super Bowl.
Well, they had a year where it was their fucking year, man. They had Gates, they had LaDainian, and it was their fucking year, and they botched it.
Blow it.
That's another franchise that just can't get together either.
No,
And and it showed you right then, like Eli didn't want to go to San Diego.
He
showed you that from jump.
Thinking back, like at the time, I was like, that was a douche move, but
He was
probably
showing
was
us.
probably the right decision.
He was telling us right
probably
then and there.
it was the right decision. Yeah, the Chargers aren't even man. It's sad.
You
The
saw what
Chargers-
happened to Breeze when he left. You know,
That's true.
He blew up. Some in that water.
oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Some in that water.
They're like not even a. You guys at least have your own stadium. they just are a roommate.
No,
and there's
we
a
share a
roommate that has
stadium.
the smaller bedroom.
No, we share a stadium with the entire NFL. Our stadium that's America's stadium. Chiefs play there. It's a home game.
Have you been?
No, I would love to, but I mean that.
It was like you
Piece of shit team,
right?
nosebleed is like $890.
Holy shit, really?
Bro, it is ridiculous.
It's more expensive than the Patriots.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
For that team, for that product on the field,
Yeah.
nah, player. I'll go to the casino or something.
No way. Can't travel out there. Not for that. Although Metallica is playing the Sphere, and I would love to do that.
What is that thing?
The Sphere?
Yeah.
It's this giant orb.
I've seen
But
the
it's,
pictures, but
it's got like
do you go inside?
Yeah, it's there's seats and shit. When they play, you know, like the Backstreet Boys had a residency there.
Oh.
And it's like the whole thing is like a screen. So you see, like when you're inside, you just look this.
Oh,
Like the
you
UFC
see the inside of the screen. I thought you only saw the outside of the screen.
No, the outside has a screen too, but like inside, it's all like a giant fucking screen.
Damn.
So it's pretty wild.
Speaking of basic bitches,
Oh no!
Sam Darnold.
All right, this is perfect because, whew, man, Maurice has unaffectionately referred to Sam Darnold or anybody that listens to the show as Sam Dummold because one idiot on Reddit that went to school with him said he was dumb. So Maurice takes that, which he just admitted to me that he needs to take time off of Reddit, and that proves it right there.
This is like 15 years ago. It's like
This
10
was 2 years ago.
No. When I read it, it was like 10 years ago.
That's worse that you kept it around
He
for
was
this long.
because like he was just he's like I don't know what to tell you. He was just like dumb.
So then you call him Dummold, and guess what?
Dummold.
Now you have to play him in the Super Bowl, and I would love nothing more for Sam Dummold, as you would say, to knock you guys back to
Some
reality.
dummies. I played with some dummies who were very good at football players.
Yeah.
It happens. He does kind of look like a
Thank you, dummy.
dum-da-dum. I can see
That
it.
dum-dum took two different teams to 14-3, and he's going to the Super Bowl.
The Seahawks, as you know, finished my power rankings at number 1.
Yeah, they did.
I had them at number 1. So as the season, I stopped calling him that. I've given him, but even when because I went to the practice, the joint practice with the Panthers when it was him and Baker.
Yeah.
Both the Panthers. They both look terrible. So I don't know, man.
Sometimes it's a change of scenery.
Yeah.
It's
And it's the coaching. And
It's always a change of scenery, and it's so important in the NFL, and these expectations of these young kids coming out of college, and it's just the situation. It matters. You know, we've seen guys go to teams, all potential in the world, you never hear from them again, and they bounce around a little bit, and they're a star, unless you're Josh Rosen. Rest in peace.
man.
They just lose faith in these guys so fast, and like you said, they go to the absolute worst. So like that, the Raiders team that Mendoza's going to go to, they need to be patient. You need to be patient. You got to protect them inside out, baby.
But
Inside out.
I don't think we can do that because I mean, we need new everything.
Yeah.
We need new towels in the locker room. We need new cooks, gut,
This is
everything.
how we were 4 and 13. Not this one, the one before. It's like the aging contracts, no quarterback, no one. Our offensive line is trash.
We got shut out twice this year. Like this is the NFL. Like you're not supposed to see 41-0. Like you're not supposed to see that in the NFL.
Yeah, I just know the offensive line coach was Pete Carroll's son.
Well,
He was really bad.
one thing that we've talked about is the last couple of years, we've seen teams draft quarterbacks and fire the coach mid-season or after their first season. So at least Vegas looked at it and said, you know, you fired your OC mid-season, right?
Yeah.
It's like, all right, we have the number 1 pick. We're going to get this kid Mendoza, right? Do we think Pete is going to be the guy for the next 3 to 5 years to get him going? No. At least they pulled the plug, because that's one thing I can't stand. And Drake has done well, and Caleb's done well, and I hope Cam Ward does well next season. Who was it? Was there another one that coach got fired after one season when they just got a quarterback?
Oh, God, who the hell was that? Shit, there was someone else, but I can't think.
There's also Penix now, too. Obviously, he's hurt, but like, it's like they've all kind of bounced back, but you just kind of bricked an entire season when you just brought this kid in. So they have a system in college. Then they come in, new system, fire the coach. Now a new system. It's like it hasn't stunted their growth necessarily, but you kind of bricked a year regardless.
People just take for granted that is so hard to do. You know, I've been through a coaching change before and a brand new playbook, and it's just it's tough. Like, it really takes a whole year, and an NFL playbook is something like nothing you've ever seen before. You know, it's not Madden, it's not video games. It truly is a learning experience, and it's not for everybody. You know, a lot of guys can't fully grasp it. You know, but you got to be patient. It takes coaching. Coaches and quarterbacks have to mesh well. You have to be able to work together well. And I know, you know, early on with Caleb and what's his name out there in Chicago? God.
Caleb.
Ben Johnson.
No, Ben Johnson.
Oh.
Yeah.
Early reports of them like not getting along.
Yeah.
And everybody was
Yeah.
like, "Oh, it's not going to work out," but it's working out, and they look dangerous.
Do you want a tight pants coach, offensive guru, or do you want like a CEO coach who kind of just like oversees, gets the program together?
I personally think defensive coaches make the best head coaches. I think they are wired differently. You know, they bring a different fire. Like, offensive guys, we're more like finesse, like Cliff, and we're like the cool guys in the room. They don't make the best head coaches.
Well, look at the Super Bowl. Two defensive guys.
I think those guys are the best culture setters.
Yep.
I'm an OU guy too. Like, Brent Venables out there in OU, he's completely flipped us back around after Lincoln Riley left, and I believe defensive coordinators make the best head coaches, and that's why I said right now I don't know who would be a good fit because it's not an attractive job. Now, if you want a true culture reset,
Yes.
I think Tomlin's the right fit, but he's not taking that right now. He's probably going to take a year off.
Yep.
And I don't know if they wait for Tomlin. They hire some slapdick and fire him next year. You know, like when I tell you I don't have a clue, I don't have a clue.
Yep. I would do the culture set guy. That's what we needed badly. Like, things were falling apart when Bill left, and then the Mayo year was just a lost season, and things were just tattered, and we needed a guy like Vrabel to kind of just like bring it all together.
You're out there in Vegas too.
Your guy did the same thing with you guys last year. He you can always hire that offensive mind. Like, we've done it. You guys did it with Cliff. Excuse me. But you could always, the defensive coordinator, like, you can, so like Zach Kerr. So the funny thing is, like, the only game, so Terrell Williams was our defensive coordinator, and then he's getting cancer treatment. The only game he was defensive coordinator was the Raiders game. It's the only game. And this other guy just popped in, and he's been calling the plays, a linebackers coach, Zach Kerr. I'm assuming Vrabel's been coaching him up as a coach, but he's been amazing these playoffs, and he's just a guy, just lumped into the role.
Yeah.
And I remember Williams got a lot of heat in the Raiders game because he called 2 all-out blitzes that Geno torched us on. People were real mad.
Yeah.
But that was the last torch we ever saw from Geno.
Seriously,
I want to talk about that was the definition of a one-off.
And it's funny because I think we talked about it last year. I was like, I don't know why the Raiders are they were like going for it. They're getting Pete, the oldest coach, older than Bill Belichick, and retread quarterback, like they're trying to win a division or a wild card spot. Like, no, just this is do a like not a full reset, but just like, you know.
Yeah, and in a division where beginning of the season I picked 3 teams to go to the playoffs. I mean, doing that in a division where you at least Harbaugh is going to get you going, right? You got Harbaugh and Herbert. Obviously, we didn't expect the Chiefs to fall off the way they did, but you have Andy Reid and Mahomes, right? And then who am I missing? Denver. You got Sean Payton. You knew the year 3, this is probably going to turn around with Bo Nix, and look what happened.
Bo Diddley.
Yeah.
Bo Diddley.
I am concerned about that ankle, Mr. Bo.
I was so shocked. I remember he walked off the field, and then you always see that red flash at the bottom of the TV, and Nick breaks his. I'm like,
we saw him. I saw him grimace, which we thought was odd, and I was like, oh, that's weird. Like, Jess called. She's really good at calling this out because she called out with Drake too. She's like, oh, I just saw his show. He grimaced after he got tackled, and then it's all been on the news. So she saw the grimace on the sideline. I was like, it just looked weird. And I thought it was the kneel down, but I think it was the play before that.
It was the play before it.
Yeah.
He stayed out there for the kneel down, but I don't remember the play.
This whole playoffs, I've just been like, oh, we're at house money. Like, oh yeah, I'd love to win a wild card game. And then against the Texans, I'm like, oh, I think we could beat them. But if we don't, it's been a great season. But then beat them. And then
fucking
I'm like, we're in the AFC because we played first, right? So we're just waiting to see who we're gonna play, and then I don't know, is that true?
What are you talking about? The second game?
Yeah, Bo played after us, right?
He played. When did you guys play? You played on a Saturday.
Yeah, the night game. Saturday.
You guys played Sunday.
Okay.
Didn't you play Sunday? Early game Sunday?
No, because remember when he broke his ankle and I texted you. I was like, of course.
Oh, yeah, because we already knew that New England
so
won.
we won.
Here we go.
And I was like, oh, I loved it. But I'm happy. But I would have, if it was the Bills, I would have wanted to beat the Bills because I fuck the Bills.
I wanted that so bad.
Yeah.
I wanted that so bad.
I'm pretty sure I'll get to it in a second. And then with the Broncos, it was and as they're winning, I'm like, oh, man, if it's cool. But then as that comes across, now we have to fucking win. We can't lose. We cannot lose this game.
Yeah.
We cannot lose this game.
The most fortunate entire NFL season.
People said the same thing happened with the Celtics in 2024. It was like, oh, who are you beating?
Yeah.
Who are you beating? Everyone's getting hurt.
I mean,
players in front of you, bro.
I get it.
You've said it before.
But the numbers don't lie.
The Super Bowls don't lie either. Flags fly forever. 1999 St. Louis Rams.
Numbers don't lie.
Flags fly forever.
I just hope not.
It would.
Just hope not.
My first year here, that's the kind of luck I have.
I'm telling you, man. I went to Dallas in 2012, Thanksgiving Day, Washington, Dallas. RG3 year. We won on Thanksgiving, which is rare because we usually fucking don't on Thanksgiving. At Dallas, it was great. But the fans, for a rivalry like that, the fans really weren't bad. They were playfully joking. Maybe because they just assumed they were going to beat us.
Yeah, because y'all won.
Before, though.
Oh,
it was before.
okay.
Me and my father were like, this is so much different than Gillette.
Yeah.
Which is crazy because of the rivalry. We've gone to preseason games at Gillette, and it's just drunk blowhard. Just
see, I would think, and
it's
that's
Philly,
and that's the thing about Dallas fans. I would think you get more of that. I would think at a Philly game, right? Probably get cussed out. Maybe Buffalo, Oakland, not Vegas. Oakland, you probably would have got that. It's not really rowdy in that way. So it's and that's the thing about Dallas fans. You're not gonna get that type of violence.
You get it.
You're not gonna get
Gillette,
that type of
boy.
violence at
you get it at Gillette.
A Gillette or a Philly. You can get beat up in Philly.
Philly's probably the worst because they'll get violent. I think Gillette is just a lot of this.
Yeah, Gillette's a lot of. They cut a lot of promos. It's real bright. The reactions I saw after that. After we accidentally won that game, I was like, okay, I don't like what I'm seeing here. It was okay, I get it now. I see what Joe is saying. I saw it, and that was my very first NFL game, and I saw it right there.
It's bad. It's bad.
And
fast forward, it's only going to get worse.
I hope not. But you guys understand. You guys hated the Chiefs for the last 5 years. It's that's looking in a mirror.
Yeah, it's
the same thing.
Yes. The good thing is now it's for me. It's on record. It's no one can tell me oh, you're just here for the good times. No, I'm literally on a YouTube show talking about 2 straight 4 and 13 seasons.
Right.
So it's the proof there.
You've gone through the grind.
Yeah. But not only that, it's but 15 years ago, 20 years ago, you lose whatever. We've talked about this. It's over. You go home.
Yeah.
You read the standings in the newspaper. But now it's everywhere. It's nonstop. It's insane. You can't get away from it.
I think when I complain about the New England fans and coming out of the woodwork, I think people naturally think I'm talking about them specifically because Mel gets a little defensive too. I'm like, I'm not fucking talking about you. I know you've watched every game. You lost 2 bets with me 2 years in a fucking row. I'm not saying that, but in general, there is that vibe of I went to the game a couple years ago when Washington played them. And it was this sad, I don't really come to the game anymore. I had season tickets, but, I heard people saying that. And the fucking stadium was half empty. That was 2 years ago. Well, you were bad it was the first year you were bad. Now it's like, oh, yeah, we're back. Dynasty 2.0.
I was gonna
And
say
already dropping that. That's the thing too.
Oh,
It's like
yeah,
not
you're
even
gonna
it's
get your
like
feelings hurt.
if
the
anything,
D word.
if anything, it's Dynasty. It would be Dynasty 3.0 because it's been just in case you're wondering.
It wasn't because it was one dynasty that was 20
I know
years.
it was one, and they took a 10-year break.
But you went to how many Super Bowls in that 10 years?
And lost to
Okay,
Eli,
but you still went
future
though,
Hall
right?
of
You still
Famer
went.
Eli.
And
You still
that,
went.
ladies and gentlemen, is a Patriots fan.
Oh my God.
No, AFC conference. Actually, here's one thing.
How many conference games did you guys go to in that stretch? Because I know it was 9 Super Bowls and 6 wins. How many conference championship games did you guys go to without making the Super Bowl? At least 2. You lost 2, right?
We lost to the Broncos twice. We lost to the
Jets
Ravens once.
in the championship games.
Yes.
So you've from
We've
2001.
been to 16. This is our 16th Super Bowl.
Jesus.
So so if we do the math,
No.
yes,
16? No. They said it was like 12.
maybe since 2000.
Wait,
We only
16
went to-
appearance?
Yeah, because we've won 6.
But how many championship games did you guys lose? 2 to the Broncos, you said?
Yes.
1 to the Ravens,
Yes.
and that's it?
1 to the Colts.
So 4. So from 2001 to 2018, you've won 6 Super Bowls, you went to 9, and you've been in 13 championship games in a 17-year run. And this is why for 2 bad years everybody was fucking throwing fits because it's like the spoiled kid. Fucking 13 championship games. Dog, I was souped to get my ass kicked and fucking won. I was souped to get my ass kicked and won.
Yeah.
It's the spoiled brat.
Oh, it totally
It's the
is.
spoiled
It
brat.
totally is.
Yeah. So it was a rough road, but we're back. And I'm happy to be here.
I just love how much you hated the Chiefs and all those like the New England fans hated. And I got sick of the Chiefs too because it's a dynasty and it's not my team, so I'm gonna get sick of it. But y'all fucking hated the fucking Chiefs, and it's like
Yeah, look
the
what
mirror.
happened.
The mirror is
Look what
here.
happened. Hated
Problem
the
with the
Chiefs so
Chiefs.
much and brought us right back to the Patriots.
That's the funny thing. It's like we stepped away for 5 years. Someone had to step up, and you just got cucked by the Chiefs for 5 straight years, and then
Well, if you're Buffalo, man, you got to be fucking
come on.
fuming
Oh,
after
like,
this.
right, really. Come on, guys. This was your opportunity.
No Lamar, no Mahomes, no Burrow.
I saw a CBS stat. It was like, oh, the Patriots have a 0.9% chance to win the division. Yeah, Bill, I would have been happy with just like them not winning the division. And us, if we lost in the playoffs and the Bills lost because they had to go on the road, I would have been happy. That's a successful season because you stopped them from going. But it just fortuitous bounces came our way. And here we are.
That'd have been a wild game because
Especially with 18 inches of snow.
that snow Sunday.
Yeah, I don't know.
Buffalo had a.
Which one?
If Buffalo that came to. New
Oh
England,
yeah,
they beat Denver.
They may have had to reschedule that because there's no way with the state of emergency there were no trains. There's no Patriots train. They're gonna have 70,000 people on Route 1 in that snow.
They might have pushed it to Monday.
Yeah,
Yeah,
push
they
it to
probably
Monday
moved
or
to
put it in like
Monday.
a
Monday night,
a
maybe.
separate a different stadium, which they've done before.
Oh,
That's
they have
true
done
too.
that before.
Yeah, they moved the location completely.
There is a fear out there. I don't know if fear is the right word. There's a thought, and I'm afraid of it too, that the championship games might go to a neutral site. AFC
I
championship.
don't like
NFC.
that.
I would not love it. I would be so mad about that.
I don't even know where they would have played that game because the entire fucking East Coast down to at least
I
DC.
know, you're right. That's true.
DC, Baltimore, Philly,
Yeah.
all got fucking smoked.
Yeah, because a couple years
Arizona.
ago. Yeah. the
Either
Bill-
that or maybe Indy, just because it's
Yeah.
not too bad of a flight.
Yeah, the Bills went to Detroit, I think, a couple of years ago. I remember that happened.
Yeah.
For a snow
Or Detroit,
game.
yeah.
And that
Yeah,
one is
Atlanta.
pretty, but like for the Bills, like that's not that far. It's close-ish if you're a
Yeah.
Bills fan.
Oh, they'll travel.
Yeah, but I don't know. Yeah, you're right. I don't know where the hell they would have gone.
Somewhere over there. Probably
I feel like
Detroit,
that
Minnesota, or Indy.
Why do I
would
feel like
assume.
that's already happened?
They when
Didn't they do that before?
they talked about it when Damar Hamlin had the heart attack. What was that? What they call
cardiac
that?
arrest?
Yeah, on the field, and the game got canceled. Those two teams had one last game, and they said if the Bills played the Chiefs in the conference championship because they had one less game, they would have been played at a neutral site. But then it didn't matter because the Bengals beat them anyway.
They
I
sh-
thought Buffalo did a game like that before because of
They did. Went
a
to Detroit.
bad storm.
yeah, the
Detroit.
De-
They did?
Detroit.
Yeah, it was a
Okay.
regular season game. That was
Okay,
a
all
playoff
right.
game. Yeah,
You good.
yeah.
Weird. I don't like that because that's unless it's a special circumstance, because that's the whole point of
When it, yeah.
getting the higher seed is you get the fucking home field. Like,
Yes.
That's the whole point here.
You know, the one thing I will say is Tom Brady never won a playoff game in Denver. He was like 0-4. And just like, that's pretty good for one young Drakus Mayes.
He didn't play a great game, but yeah.
No. Well, I just kept saying, like, run. Fucking run your little
Well,
pants
he did
off.
have like 65 yards rushing.
Run your little pants off, man. Like, run forever. I just kept screaming it. The bootleg, I was like, it's gotta be a bootleg. It's gonna be a bootleg. It's gonna be a bootleg. bootleg, baby. Loved it. But
Drake already did something Tom Brady couldn't.
I know, it's amazing.
3.0 is here.
Hell yeah,
On to
baby.
Denver.
And if you look at Tom Brady's first 3 playoff games, they weren't like that. Stats-wise, they weren't that great. He also got hurt one of them.
No, and I think that, you're playing top 5 defenses throughout the playoffs, really.
Yeah. Yeah, now we got
And they
another
didn't
one.
really have to play. What was the best defense they played in the regular season? They didn't really have too many. Most of them were in the bottom half of the league.
Probably the Browns. They were a good
Yeah,
defense,
and they
but
were
their
probably
offense was so fucking bad.
top
It's hard
10.
because like the Browns' defense is good, but their offense was so bad. Their defense was on the field like 70% of the game, so eventually you get tired.
Well, that's what happened with the fucking Texans. I mean, CJ
Yeah,
was giving that ball away.
but Drake was only the second quarterback to throw 3 touchdowns against them all year. Brissett was the only other one, and that was a garbage time touchdown. So he had success. He just and you know what? Everyone's talking about all the fumbles that Drake has. And he has had them in the playoffs. He didn't have any in the Broncos game. You know which quarterback led the league in turnovers this year?
Darnold.
That's right. That's right.
Well,
He's aggressive. It's okay.
listen.
Look,
They call me the
Darnold's
stat guy.
about to go on a nice basic bitch run.
I'm all for that one. I'm all for. I'm all for.
I would not-
It's like justice for Darnold because you call him Dummel for so long, and it's like he
I'm
might,
all-
he might make you pay for it.
I'm
He
all
might.
for that journey, man. Comeback, man. Because he's finally in the right spot, and they gave Seattle so much hell for letting go of Geno,
Yeah.
and who's laughing
That's true.
now?
And part of me wouldn't, part of me doesn't care because the Jets, it's hilarious, but I just feel bad for Jets fans now. I just feel bad. I
Well,
just feel bad.
yeah, they just fired their OC
Like I said,
randomly today.
Like you guys have had, there's been success. Like you won a division in the season that didn't count, but it still happened. The
Mark
Jets,
Sanchez.
yeah,
7-9,
yeah.
7-9. Although they made it to back-to-back championships.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So if we're looking at accolades in the last fucking 30 years, the Jets technically have more accolades than Washington because they made it to 2 back-to-back championship games. We made it to 1.
But at least you can buy a division champion hat. I don't even think they can do that.
Yeah.
They also have the longest running like drought, right? Playoffs.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
not
just-
making it.
I don't know what the fuck they're going to do with even the quarterback because what's his name from Oregon is not coming out.
People suspect it was because of that.
Oh, 100% it was. What's his
Yeah.
name? Dante Moore?
Yeah, Dante Moore is coming back
Because he can go back. Now they can go back for money.
and make.
Oh, yeah, he'll make
probably
money too with the
more.
NIL. So
Yeah.
even more so. And like, I would want to go to fucking Jets.
Right.
Like, I'll
Is
go
that-
play another year in Oregon.
So it did. So and this is a college football question. Did Indiana win because of NIL? Like, because obviously they had never won.
No,
college
they
football.
won. They won the complete opposite way.
That's
they
crazy.
weren't. I mean, and
Where'd they come from?
are still paying guys, but his formula was he was out here getting these guys who have been in college and have experience, right? These guys who have played 3, 4, sometimes already 5 years. You know, it's the college game is just it's evolving, you know, and you get these young kids out of school and they're just bouncing around because there's a slightest bit of competition, but you know, these schools that are having these huge payrolls, I mean, you're not getting championships out of it.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't think, and we see it in pro sports all the time, a high payroll it's not going to get you a championship all the time.
Unless you're the Dodgers. But
Unless you're the Dodgers.
But outside
I
of
have
that,
feelings about that too. Oh
fucking,
boy.
but you've got proven people on that team, which, you know, you got multiple World Series MVPs on that team, right? So, like, I get that. But you have a high payroll for guys that haven't, like, done anything.
Well, that thing's like the Dodgers payroll is like stupid now. It's like it's
ridiculous.
It's
well,
like,
who did they just sign too?
crap. The hell's his last name? But he was like the top free agent.
Yeah, and they
on the
got
market.
him.
Yeah,
but I
it was
mean,
all
for
deferred money.
at least you can say they won. Well, they won 2 in a row, right?
Yep.
For years, Boston and New York, the Yankees, had these high payroll, and like the Red Sox had a World Series sprinkled in, but like for years, it was like you got this high fucking payroll, and you're not making it. You're not even making it to the World Series.
Yeah,
Like
the Yankees are like top 5 now. They don't spend like they used to.
Yeah.
With
Indiana
the Suns.
had a team full of basic bitches.
That's crazy.
A
But
bunch of
I
right
heard
up your alley.
It sounds like
a bunch of 2-star, 3-star guys that just got overlooked, and he just goes to the portal. He's getting guys that are, and he said it. What's his name? Kirk Netty. I call him Netty. He calls, he reaches out to these coaches, and he's not asking about stars. He's not asking about. He's like, does this guy love football? Those are the guys he's going after. And you mean to tell me that Indiana football won a football championship before the Buffalo Bills? You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a formula, and he found it within a year.
Yeah.
Like Indiana, like a lot of people didn't even know Indiana had a football team.
No, it's crazy.
All you know is Mr. Knight in basketball.
Yeah.
You know?
It's funny too because I one of the things I read was that a lot of teams like Alabama would recruit all these guys and then just like stuff them on their like third string.
Yeah.
But he could start literally anywhere else in college
Yeah.
football. So it sounds like it might be similar to that.
And
so good on them.
it's evening out. Like the NIL, it's been great for college football, but it's also kind of ruined it at the same time.
Yeah.
They just don't have anybody regulating it. These
Right.
guys show up to camp and they're out the next semester. And some guys are on their 8th school. No, 8th school.
that's wild.
But like, when I played, if you transferred, it was like a death sentence.
Yeah, it's like the pendulum has swung too far, and now it's like it's got to get to the point of regulating.
Now it's out of control. Yes, I do believe these players should be paid for what they do. When you go to these college games, you go to these campuses, they make millions. Like college football is insane,
Yeah.
And these guys, even when I played, like we couldn't get certain jobs, eating peanut butter and jelly sandwiches in the summer for workouts. Like,
it's wild
meanwhile,
'cause,
people
like-
are making money off of ticket prices.
Yeah,
and
that's
it was freaking robbery, dude.
Like was it Ohio State that tattoos? Like they got tattoos, and Mike Tressel lose his job for that.
Yeah.
Like the players got tattoos for free.
Really?
Yeah, it was like 15 years ago.
Well, there was, the Reggie Bush thing. Like there was so
right.
much of that, and for years it was like, look at the fucking stadiums. Like you can do work-study programs and get paid on campus, but you can't literally make the university money,
Right.
and the NCAA all this fucking money, and they don't make a dime off of it.
NIL's it's been around for a while. Now it's just
Now it's legal.
official.
Now it's just
Official,
legal.
Yeah.
And that's why it's just they're extending the playoffs, which I love. And
Yeah, I'm
it's
just glad they finally went to the full playoffs.
Oh, me too.
That's awesome.
Me too. Because I don't understand how you have a top 25 all year, and then you got 4 teams duking it out.
Yeah.
I think 12 is good. I think 16 would be great. Because you got a lot of teams that end the year off with two losses. And it's college football had unrealistic expectations. Like it's very unrealistic to go undefeated. Even look at the NFL. Like I'm more scared of the 10-6 teams. Really. Yeah, you've kind of like you 10-6, but you're high at the right time, right? You've seen some bad losses. You learned some things. It's the undefeated teams that you play too tight. You have an experience, and I don't think you should be punished for one loss.
Yeah, they've talked about it in the imperfect season with the Patriots. They felt the pressure at the end of that year.
They were playing
100%.
so tight.
Yeah,
Well,
and those scores were getting closer and closer and closer
you
as the
can't
year
play.
progressed.
It's not sustainable. And sometimes I'm not going to sit here and be an advocate for losing, but sometimes you lose, you learn some things, and you get better.
Yeah,
and
I don't hate that we lost to the Bills in that second Bills game. Wasn't the worst thing. Because right now, hypothetically, we did lose that Bills game, we would have been riding like a 13-game winning streak into playoffs.
Dangerous.
That would have been nuts.
Yeah,
The 07 season was the first season I ever remember somebody, like, it was before the season started, locally, we're going undefeated. It was the first time I've ever heard that, and then they fucking did.
Tony Kornheiser called it. Tony Kornheiser said they were going to go on. After they signed Randy Moss, I heard Tony Kornheiser said they were going undefeated. Because I used to watch PTI every single day. Yeah, I remember that very clearly that he said they were going undefeated.
Crazy. I've never heard that, and it was like before the season, and it fucking happened. It was nuts.
It's unrealistic, but they're getting better. It's just they gotta figure something out, they need a better system because this voting committee is just bullshit because they got bias. Everybody's up the SEC's ass, and there's so much good football around this country other than the SEC. And obviously you're seeing with the Big Ten, they've been shitting on the SEC last few years. They just got to get a better system. There's a lot of ways of doing it. That's why I like the NFL playoff system better. It's played on the field. There's no voters. There's no.
Yeah.
Well, I think hypothetically, if they had played, I think this team would have won. So I think they deserve to get in. Like,
Yeah, it's like the math.
It's so stupid.
That's what annoys me. And speaking as a Patriots fan with the whole schedule stuff, it's like the schedule. You won.
Yeah.
You beat more teams than you lose to. You were the bad team the year before, so you get an easier schedule. So like, but we had the same schedule. Like I see Bills fans complaining about the Patriots. Like, we played the same schedule.
Yeah.
Except you played like 3 different teams because you won the division last year.
And I get the schedule thing can be frustrating, but also too, it's like it's not your fault. All those other teams sucked.
Right.
It's not your fault they couldn't recruit last year. It's not your fault they didn't do shit for free agency. But again, I understand like they did kind of have a cupcake, so it's just it goes hand in hand.
Both things are true at the same time.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah. My favorite stat is
Oranges
that
and oranges.
we only played, I think, one team. We only beat one team over 500. I think it was the Bills. That was the stat that was given. But we also beat 3 teams who all finished 8 and 9. If we lost all 3 of those games, they all would have been over 500. So magically, it's like, oh, now we played 4 teams that are over 500. So it's just, but it's also the NFL. Any team, the Panthers beat the Rams, and they almost beat them again in the playoffs.
Yeah,
the
they
Raiders beat us. That's just the NFL.
Although we
baby.
always say too, like, especially with the extra game, those first 3 weeks are like preseason.
They're all preseason.
And then when you have 18 games, it's gonna be like the first month of football is just going to be.
I mean,
the Stars don't do shit in preseason, right? And then the season starts. That's their preseason.
They need to overhaul the offseason program altogether.
Well, because once they started doing,
they don't do pads anymore.
they don't do pads. They did away with 2-a-days, and I get it because of the summer and the heat and shit like that.
Yep.
But it's gotten so cupcake in the offseason to the point where look at the fucking injuries that happen once you actually start playing. And most of the starters don't play preseason. And you start the season, it's like, all right, the first 2-3 weeks don't really fucking matter. But they do matter because one loss is a huge deal. Like,
You've got to get your body in shape. Like you can't just start. It's a violent sport.
Yeah.
You can't just
You see
start
the
the
holdouts.
season.
the holdouts are another thing,
Yeah.
right? Terry,
Yeah.
we saw it with Terry, and he's getting older and a soft tissue fucking injury. It lingers. And it's like, if you guys had lost that game to Denver, that's why they were like, the Raiders could have fucked that whole thing up because if you guys had beat Denver, beat the Raiders in week 1, granted it's week 1, anything happened, but like,
There's magic in week 1.
But if you had beat them in week 1, you would have hosted.
Yep.
Versus going cross country, but it's like I get it. You know, if you lose week 1 or week 2 or week 3, any game you lose, you got to just kind of rebound.
Yep.
But they do matter. Like you need to be in fucking shape to start the fucking season. Y'all are making a lot of fucking money too.
Yeah. And the Bills lost to us week 4 or 5, whatever it was, and they chased us the rest of the year. And it takes a lot out of you.
Yeah.
Yep.
They chased and chased and chased and chased, and they ran out of luck. And Josh Allen had 5 turnovers in that game. It's like, dude,
They had an uphill battle in the playoffs because they had to go on the road.
Yeah.
They had to go against Jacksonville, who was underrated and almost won that game.
Which that was the one team I'm like, Jacksonville's good this year. I didn't get to see Jacksonville play at all this year.
That's how you know it was a weird year because we had like a 10-game winning streak. The Broncos had a 10-game winning streak. The Texans had a 9-game winning streak. The Jags had an 8 or 9-game winning streak. It was just a weird year.
It was because at some point, even going into the last week, I go, Washington was 4-12, and I go, they have the 7th pick in the draft at 4-12.
I know.
I'm like, that's. I mean, back in the day, you'd be like, oh, you're at least top 3. We're 7.
We were 4-13 the year before and got 3.
You had 3, and then the year before you had 3.
Yeah.
You had 3 2 years in a row.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, and granted, they finished 5-12, but it was like, there's still 4-12 going into the last week, and you're at fucking 7.
Yeah.
Like, very strange, very fucking weird year in the NFL. But here we are.
And everyone else takes the high road. That's plenty of room for us on the low road.
So if y'all do win the Super Bowl,
Let's make some picks here.
What does that do for us, right? We got a little fingerprint on Lombardi Trophy because we beat the Super Bowl champs.
You definitely become a trivia question. Like the one I just sent to Joe.
Look, I'll take at this point.
That's the best you can do. That's the best
thing at this point.
best you can do. All right.
I mean, you could always say that you were at the first game of the season for the eventual Super Bowl champions.
Yeah, so was I. I don't want to.
There you go.
Not
That's
anything
nice.
that I want to write home about.
Hey, man, we also got to see the statue, too, huh?
Oh, God. Well, we get to actually see it unveiled that day because we went to
there's preseason
the preseason game, too.
Yeah, I hit Gillette
You guys are
twice.
there more than me this year.
Yeah.
Sheeshers.
God. I was
went
trying to put bad juju on and it didn't work. Backfired.
We really went to the Panthers game.
Oh, man. Well, we did the joint practice, the preseason game, and then the opener. I fell on the sword for this one and Melissa to go to Washington. Didn't win
guy.
They won 5 games all year,
You missed one of
and
them.
one of them was in the last week of the season, and one of them was the very first one. Okay, and they beat the Chargers, and I didn't watch that game because I was doing. We were at like fucking Monster Jam or something.
Well, you know,
So,
the commies and
fell on the
Raiders,
sword.
Commies and Raiders play. I gave it back to them. You know, y'all beat
that's
our
true.
asses, and
That was fun.
you and Adelita were just dancing in the backyard the whole time. God, we sucked. This is such
guys
a long
were-
season.
You guys were worse because we were making a joke last season about the Raiders always end up with like 19 points, right? And it's like this year, it's like they couldn't even fucking sniff
It's
19
bad.
points.
Like, you do not see shutouts in the NFL. It just
Yeah.
it doesn't happen.
Yeah.
We got blanked by fucking Minnesota. It was pretty bad. All right, you got to do your job because I tried to do it last week and I was fucking it up, making some picks.
Oh, yeah?
Let's hear it.
What?
The picks. We got. See, it's 2 weeks off or a week off.
Just like, wait, hold on. Say this again.
You run down the picks.
All
Sunday, February.
Oh, whoa. I thought you wanted to know how I did. Last week, I was 2-0 last week. I was 2-0 last week.
I was 1-1. I was 1-1.
It's okay. All right.
I picked Seattle and
You guys watching the Pro Bowl?
not since they moved away from Honolulu. What do they do now? Why
Why
is it?
Shador got in there?
Yeah, why is it on like a Tuesday though? Is it Tuesday?
That thing is getting worse and
It
worse.
is Tuesday,
and
February
worse.
3rd at 8 p.m.
Dan Rock's birthday. Shout out Dan Rock.
ESPN and Disney XD. I don't know why. Because they do all the events now. Like,
Doing potato sack races now.
yeah,
It's bad.
They do like
It's
three-legged
bad.
races, potato sack, the
No.
egg thing. I don't know if they really do that. I'm just saying.
No, see, I miss the
No, they
days of like
do.
Sean Taylor blowing up a
Yeah.
fucking punch.
Yeah.
They actually
No.
tackled, but now Shadua is
No,
like
they're-
the replacement for the replacement for the replacement. Oh, because Drake isn't playing because he's in the Super Bowl, so they need a. And I'm guessing Herbert said no, and Josh Allen said no, and then
Lawrence said no.
Yep. So
And
we found their way to
enter
Shador, who
Shadua.
I was on track to throw like 40 interceptions this year. All right, Sunday, February 8th, 2026, 6:30 p.m. on NBC and Peacock.
Oh, we gotta listen to.
Chris Collinsworth has called 6 Super Bowls. This will be a 6th one.
He's insufferable.
5 of them have included the New England Patriots.
Oof.
S-
He
We
probably
have-
hates that because he's a Mahomes guy.
Yeah.
If it's Mahomes or Joe Burrow, I have to mute the TV.
No,
I
it's-
cannot
Man.
watch a game him calling those two.
We have the Seattle Seahawks with a regular season record of 14-3, traveling to Santa Clara, San Francisco.
A stadium they know
California.
well.
That's true.
Home game.
To battle they're traveling less, but it's 2 weeks off, so it's really not that big of a deal. To the 14-3 New England Patriots, your New England Patriots, for Super Bowl 60 LX. The Seattle Seahawks are 4.5 point favorites.
Ooh, 4.5.
No respect.
Mm,
No respect.
travel, cross country,
It's tough.
neutral
But
site.
usually, when West goes to East, it doesn't work out very well.
though. Yeah.
I was
East goes to
looking.
West, a couple extra hours of sleep.
I was looking at the Seahawks like schedule. I was like, wow, like I said, they finished number 1 on my power rankings. They were a steady riser. In the
Tough
NFC West
division.
was a gauntlet. Yeah.
It was.
And they lost. One of their 3 losses was week 1. What's that? What's that all about? The 49ers was like 17-14, and then one of their losses was at Well, no, they won that game against the Rams. The Thursday Night Football, that was crazy. But like they haven't lost in a while. And JSN is really good. He's really good.
That motherfucker found his way to be open
Yeah.
in that game against the Rams. I
was like,
how is he open?
That's what I said. Like maybe they should have been like, hey, make sure we cover this guy. Like
volume. He was like that in college too. Like
Where do you play in college?
Ohio State.
Oh, okay.
He's just wide open. But they're like the routes that he runs. He's just like, he finds a way to get open.
But they put him in such good situations too. Like they put him in the backfield sometimes.
Yeah, that's a touchdown. He's in the backfield.
They put him in the
watch
backfield.
Watch out for that guy.
They put him all over the place, and like it's coaching right there for you. Like we're gonna get you the ball
wherever,
and that's coaching. It's not just on the outside.
I did read an article about how Tom Brady has been better this year in commentating because he's been treating it more like a football player. So you watch his film like crazy now. Like he's a quarterback. He just watches the film, and he's been a lot better. And one of the things he said about JSN is that his shoulders never dip. Like if you instead it's weird because after he said it, I watched it. I was like, wow, he's right. He's like holding perfectly straight.
Yeah, no, he did say that. Yeah, I heard that.
But I've never heard that before from any commentator. So that was interessante. So we all know who I'm gonna pick.
If you pick Seattle, I'd laugh.
Right? Yeah, that's not happening. I will pick. They're my money pick. I'll pick the Patriots to win.
Oh, the most money pick?
Super Bowl 60.
Oh, man.
Not only are they going to cover that spread of 4.5, they're going to money lining it. They're going to win. So put all your money. I told my dad, I said, you should cash out half. Like, because I'm assuming there's a cash out to that $10 bet he made at the beginning of the year. That he said he doesn't remember making. And then just put like 50% of it on Patriots money line or something crazy. I don't know. We'll see.
Interesting. Al, who you got?
It's tough, man.
No, it's not.
It's tough. It's like you go with what you keep seeing. I don't know. If I'm smart, I feel like go with the Patriots, right? But I'm not. I'm gonna go with the basic bitch. This one, I need Darnold to do this. This one's for Baker. This one's for Buzz. this one's for Buzz and all the journeymen out there.
The first USC quarterback to start a Super Bowl.
I'm going Seattle alone just for that defense. I think it'll be low scoring game. I think it'll be fun. It'll be tight. I don't see a very high scoring game, but I'm gonna go Seattle.
This is gonna be the same thing I said last week. If they get the run game, keep the run game going.
They did lose Charb, which is a big loss.
Yeah.
Because who destroyed us a couple weeks ago? It was the Ravens. It was Derrick Henry. He ran all over us. Milton Williams is out. He's back, which helps. But Charbs are a big guy. They're a big boy.
They gotta get the run game going. And if Darnold can not turn the ball over and just play efficient, right? Because that's all you gotta. Last week he lit it up.
Yep.
You don't need that necessarily. You just be efficient because that defense is the number one defense in the league. They're legit for a reason.
Yeah. If I'm going to put my X's and O's hat on real quick. Oh, I'm sorry. If you want to make your.
No, go ahead.
Okay. So the offensive line, the Broncos have the best offensive line, one of the best offensive line in the league, but Milton Williams and Barmore just trucked them over. They have a first-team All-Pro right guard, first-team All-Pro left tackle. They were still getting pressure up the middle. The Seahawks have a rookie right guard. So I'm hoping they can get that pressure up the middle because Darnold does have trouble with pressure. He does not do well with it. So I'm hoping they can do that. I'm hoping Gonzo can do his best to cover JSN for his life, but he doesn't do so good with the smaller, quicker guys, which is a concern for me. So it's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, he kind of let up a couple big plays last week.
Yeah, I can't tell if that one, the Mims, the deep one, was on him or to the safety who we kind of passed them off in zone coverage. But they've also been playing more man in the playoffs than they did all regular season. They were playing like 20% man in the regular season. It's up to like 45% in the playoffs. So maybe they're going to do that again. I don't know. But they've been spinning the dial on defense 3 weeks in a row.
Hot take. Yeah. JSN will be your Super Bowl MVP.
I don't like it, but I love it. I love the hot take. I forgot to ask Jess. So yes.
Hot take.
There it is.
Al's hot take.
Yep.
Hot take.
I just from what I'm seeing in the playoffs, I think Seattle is the better team. Just from what I'm seeing in the playoffs. New England hasn't really impressed me offensively. I mean, but they are going up against better defenses.
I'm hoping, better defense. I'm hoping with the nice weather because it's perfect conditions.
It's
perfect
true.
Conditions. We'll have to keep an eye on Drake's shoulder. We'll see what happens there. But that's my hope. But honestly, and I keep telling people, it's like the offense. I've been expecting this regression for a very long time because like our number 2 wide receiver is Kayshon Boutte, who I love. He's our number 2 wide receiver. He's got like 33 receptions this year. Yeah, it's like crazy.
They spread the ball out well.
Yeah,
I think this game is going to hinge on Darnold playing it safe and not turning the ball over.
It's gonna be. I think. It's gonna be wild. If both teams can avoid turnovers, it's gonna be interesting.
Because New England's defense has played better, especially in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
So against Seattle's defense, this is also the number 1 defense in the league.
I thought the Texans are number 1. Or was this points?
Maybe it's just point. I think like yards.
Because usually the standard is yards, but the points. And like I think the Broncos had the most sacks this season or something like that. So there's been a gauntlet of defenses.
They got a nasty defense.
Yeah.
They do. And they're off. I mean, they obviously can put up points. They put up 41 on the 49ers. And what did they put up on the Rams? 30.
I think it was like 34.
30 something. So, they obviously can score.
31.
So, they obviously can score. I am going to take the Seattle Seahawks.
I knew you were. You son of a bitch.
Listen. It's good.
Is that who we think, or is that who we both want?
It's definitely who I want. Don't get that twisted. It's definitely who I want. I love you, but I don't love the Patriots. I don't.
I just had to check. I just had to make sure.
But it's definitely who I want. But also, like, if we are looking at, again, I can only look at it from what I'm seeing from the playoffs, right?
Yeah.
And New England's offense hasn't been great in those 3 games, and they're playing against a beat up team. Although the Niners were beat up too, but then they fucking put 41 on them. I just think that who's playing better right now? I think Seattle's playing better.
I think so too. And that one thing too about these playoffs, that bye week does some strange things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and
that
also
will milk some steam.
Yep, the Super Bowl is also weird too. Like players have talked about it before, where the halftime is weird because it's extra long.
Yeah,
so you're just kind of sitting there on your hands. It's like part of the reason, with the Falcons and Patriots a couple of years ago is come back out of the halftime and it's just you've been in there.
Day.
You've been there for like 45 minutes. It's nuts. So I hope we can turn around. I think we've been game planning week to week on defense. That's what I'm hoping for. That we can continue to spin the dial. And if we're showing looks to Sean Payton, he expected one thing. He's really like an offensive mastermind. If we're showing him looks that he gets confused on, I'm hoping we can do the same for the Seahawks.
He didn't have his guy.
He didn't have. Yeah, no, that's the thing.
And old Stiddy was out there, so
Stidham,
I'm not going to put that on.
Stiddy hasn't played in 3 years.
No. Because I'm saying like that was the play on the 4th and 1 where he said like he showed him one thing and he thought they were going to do it, but they switched it on the play. That's what I'm talking about. But yeah, he did have his Stiddy. Yeah, they probably would. I guess I don't know what would have happened to Bo Nix. I'm not going to deuces.
Who knows?
Yeah, who knows?
I know.
Well, again, it's because some people want to look at it and say, well, if you look at Bo Nix's numbers, and stuff, well, they had the number 1 fucking seed. You lost your starting quarterback.
Yeah,
you're the number 1 seed. I think it matters.
If my aunt had, she'd be my uncle.
But I'm not saying it. I'm saying it for people who are saying that, like, Bo Nix, it wouldn't have mattered. I think it would have.
Oh, probably
to some
100%
extent.
mattered.
But it didn't happen.
If it didn't start snowing in the second half,
or if they just kicked the field goal
and
started,
or if Drake May's shoulder wasn't banged up, or if Drake May just ran, like I said, forever and never stopped.
I get it. Listen, I totally get it.
The underdog has won the Super Bowl, has won 10 of the last 15 Super Bowls. Throwing that out there. So we'll hope for the best. And now, if the Patriots do win, is everyone just going to be like, oh, it's just Sam Darnold? What's going to be the excuse this time?
Well, are these excuses or are they facts?
Excuses.
I don't know. Like, you played the Chargers, who had a banged up O-line, which you have said all pretty much the back end of the year. You played the Texans, who CJ fucking played like shit, and he didn't have...
Well, because the Patriots played good defense.
Okay, but you also didn't have Nico or Schultz because Schultz left in the first quarter. Like, is that a fact or is that an excuse?
He lost his first two tight ends.
Right, I think that's a fact. And then you played the Broncos, and they didn't have their stronger quarterback. You won. You guys won.
What's going to happen? What I'm saying, if they have, is that what they're going to say? Are they going to say it's just...
I don't know, but...
Darnold?
I don't know. I'm not necessarily.
I'm asking you.
I don't know. I didn't see the game yet. But like,
if y'all beat the Seahawks, I will let it go.
Nice.
I will personally let it go.
I don't know. The game
I'm not
didn't
gonna
happen.
say because it's just
the game didn't happen.
Seattle's a legit contender.
They are legit. They've been
probably the best, definitely the best team y'all played all year.
Yeah.
And if y'all can beat them, I'll take it.
Well, because they're mostly healthy too.
Yeah.
Right. Like that's then the thing with New England is they've they've been mostly healthy. Like Will Campbell missed some time, Booty missed some time, Spillane.
Milton Williams and Spillane. If Spillane misses, because he did get hurt in that Broncos game.
Well, he came back though, right?
He never came back in.
But he was suited, right?
He was on the sideline. He was on the sideline. So that could be a problem, but we'll have to see.
Do you have to warn me about anything? I've never been around here. I just moved. If the Patriots win the Super Bowl, like y'all shut highways down, does it get crazy around there? Do I need to be warned about anything?
I don't think so. No. You might see some fireworks.
Yeah, maybe.
All right, just
people might see some fireworks.
There's nothing really even in Boston. Like I always hate when they show the Sunday Night Football, the Patriots show the skyline of Boston. Providence is closer to Foxborough than Boston,
which is where all the away teams in New England, the Patriots travel. Yeah, they go through TF Green.
Yeah, so shenanigans. But no, there's nothing to worry about. The parade will be, if they win, the parade's nice.
Where do they do that? Yeah, they do it in Boston though. Yeah, which. I get it. I mean, they play in Massachusetts.
I mean, I don't know how that. Well, there's probably a lot of fucking snow up there, and we might get more snow this weekend. And it's not supposed to be melting.
Yes,
I know.
Big snow guy over here.
What? I'm a new snow guy. I'm from Texas. We don't get that kind of stuff.
He's like the 2 feet that we just saw is the most he's ever seen combined in his entire
my life.
Wow.
I've never even seen. I think combined maybe 4 or 5 inches. Like I have to have crushed ice is about as close as I got.
I'm so sore from shoveling. Holy shit,
dude! I was out there getting it.
I know,
but I can see where it gets annoying.
Oh yeah.
We got our driveway today, and then I had to go to Babs this morning. And I was like, okay, I might pull a hamstring.
It's
one isn't up, but then you do, like I said, those back to backs, man, they get ugly.
Yeah.
It's the chore that I hate doing the most is shoveling snow. I fucking hate. Once I stopped playing in the snow and sledding, it completely flipped. Like as your kid, you get excited, go sledding and snowball fights and whatever the fuck you do. As soon as you got to the age where you don't play in the snow anymore, I hate it. Yeah. I fucking hate it.
That's me mowing the lawn.
I've been having a fucking blast, but I'm sure it probably won't. I'm not gonna lie, it probably won't last after that 2 feet, because I guess that's not really a normal thing.
It's been 4 years since we got that.
So if that's like a norm, I probably
it's not like Buffalo or Green Bay or anything like that.
Yeah,
it used to be normalish. Like
when we were younger,
we'd always have a storm, especially like for my birthday and stuff. But not so much anymore. It's fun seeing the kids playing it now. Like they're loving it. But Braden shoved his face in it. It was like, oh my god, it's so cold. I'm like, don't shove your face in the snow, bro. I don't know what to tell you.
I was out there doing snow angels and shit. I was out there like a big ass kid.
Nice. I gotta show you the video of Ava. I watched that like 10 times, dude. I was
zoomed in too. You could still see it, but I was just.
It's almost funnier in a way because like you were zoomed in and you zoomed back out. And it's like because all you see is she just went like limp. It was just the funniest thing.
I can't get up. Hey, kid, I can't get up.
She loved that shit, man. She was just, deep in there. It was about as big as so you just throw her up and she just sinks right in. I was having a blast.
Go back to the main page. Wow. So this was a pretty lengthy episode, actually.
How'd we do?
We're at an hour 42.
Wow.
For one game to review, but we had a special guest.
Okay, man. We bounced around a little bit.
Yeah,
that's fine.
It's fine.
Bounced around. Thanks for having me.
You were supposed to be the special guest co-star, and instead we just had you on as a guest.
Yeah.
And we've been talking about you, and every time we talk about the Raiders, we always mention you for the last few years. So
I appreciate it. I've kept up with it. I'm sorry you guys wasted time talking about the Raiders.
That's fine. Hopefully we'll pick up a few new listeners.
Like I said, dude, next season I will start.
There we go.
With this jersey inside out.
Nice. I am a little insulted because not by the Raiders, but this last week we have increased our subscription account by like 10. And the last
it's had like one.
And the last shorts were all you. Like, these people freaking love you.
I don't know about that.
It's at 112 now.
I know.
It was at like 104 when you put that up.
Well, we started the season at 73.
Yeah.
And Maurice is like, the goal is just to get to 100 for the season. Because during the off season, we'll do like an episode here and there, and we'll live stream the draft and shit. But like, we don't do all summer throughout every week. So I mean, that's a lot. That's a decent growth for only a few months.
Yeah,
really.
Awesome. Especially because we've had some off episodes here. Like I got sick a few weeks ago. That's the other reason I had to be here today. Like I already missed 2 weeks ago because I was freaking sick.
Yeah,
I was like pissed.
Last year's draft episode that was pretty funny.
Oh, 2 years ago because I
Was
didn't.
it 2 years ago?
Yeah, because
I listened back to that. It was great.
That was, I don't know what, that was a really funny night, and I can't really remember.
Oh, you guys were talking on the chat. I
Yeah,
remember
Yeah,
that,
it was
yeah.
the chat
And my
too.
cousin was on there,
Yeah,
too.
your
Yeah.
cousin was on there. That was
we
fun.
we were on a couple of those takes.
Yeah.
We nailed. If you go back and listen to it, we nailed a couple of those.
Yeah.
The bloodline got drafted first round.
Good stuff. Oh yeah, who you got in the Royal Rumble?
I'm pissed I can't. I don't even know who's in it because we usually record on Mondays, so I usually miss Raw. And I could have watched it last night, and I didn't because I was like, I've been so far away from it. I don't know. Roman. I heard they're trying to do Cody Roman for for Mania again.
I would say I don't see Cody winning another one. That would be 3
In a row, right?
Roman, I don't know. There's certain guys that don't necessarily have to because you got the Chamber in there too.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Braun.
I got
that
Braun.
would be.
That was
I feel like that's too soon.
That was my pick. Was Braun.
But see, that's the
and too
thing.
obvious.
That would be the thing where do people start turning on him like they did Roman because they knew he was getting pushed, and like people kind of tell that Braun is getting pushed.
He's getting pushed, but he's getting pushed the right way. Like they were shoving Roman down our throats
Yeah.
very early on, and also Roman wasn't very good on. He wasn't ready.
No.
Braun cut that promo a few weeks ago towards CM Punk. Man, that was fantastic. I was like, he's here. He's better at Roman now in this stage of career than Roman was.
Yeah.
So I don't know. At this one, I don't know if it'll be a surprise.
You want LA Knight? Just say it.
Of course.
He's the one guy who's just like,
Of course.
he's like the Bills, like, but they keep sandbagging him and not getting him over the hump.
He just could.
Yeah.
Came too late is my guess. I don't know.
No,
He is
they
older,
do.
too.
They just need to hurry up because he is getting older. But man, he was
yeah.
so over, and they just keep like,
They need to, I'm just glad that Drew finally won the title again because he carried them throughout the pandemic. He had that awesome Rumble win, and then the crowds went away. He won that WrestleMania with no crowd, which sucked. And then he carried the title throughout the pandemic, and then lost it. I think he was the first episode back with crowds. He lost the title and hasn't held it since, except for the cash.
yeah,
and
that
he's
one
gonna
second.
lose it again.
We watched that together, right?
Sunday.
Yeah, it's sad.
Unfortunately.
but there's
and I
nothing-
like Drew.
I don't think there's anything wrong with like a transitional champion where you just kind of like win it for a little bit. Like I like that. So, but I think that Raw, SmackDown victory he had, that was the first time. I don't even know how long it had been since a title had changed hands on Raw or SmackDown. It's always SummerSlam or WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you got to change it up. You got to get it on some of these BE pay-per-views.
Yeah, sure.
It's just like you gotta. Yeah, you just gotta.
Because that's how you reel people in, because it could happen.
Yeah,
Like,
so
when they put a title up, it's like,
Yeah, AEW Samoa Joe beat someone. Everyone's like, "What?" People did not expect it at all. They're like, "Oh, he's not gonna win. This is you can skip this pay per view. You know what? I'm winning." It's like,
You got to
shit.
pepper it in so then people stay interested.
Yeah.
Right. If they expect it at Mania or SummerSlam, and then if it doesn't happen, it's like, wow, it's never like when Roman went fucking 1,000 days.
Yeah,
Fucking-
what am I watching?
yeah, right.
I think
exactly.
Seth could too. I think he
Like,
comes
come
back.
Would he come back? Is he back? For
I
the
think he
Rumble?
comes back.
I want to see. Who was a surpriser talking? Oh, Jericho by.
Well, I was about to say
Jericho.
Y2J.
Yeah,
I will lose my shit.
yeah.
That'd be awesome.
We'll see.
We'll see.
We'll see.
It's on the list, you stupid idiots.
Stupid idiots. Well, all right. Thanks, Al, for coming and joining,
Thanks for having me, man.
joining the crew.
I enjoy what y'all do, man.
Come back anytime.
I'm a huge fan. You guys keep it going. Love to be back sometime.
Yeah.
We'll have you back again.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Until next time.
Bye.
Yeah.
Go. 3 more seconds. 3 more seconds. 2, 1.
Yeah.